Hello there and welcome to my channel. This is Non-Gone and today we're going to be playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. This will be Chapter 5, so that's Part 6 of our hard mode Stay Bad playthrough. And what I mean by Stay Bad is we're going to complete all of the chapters in hard mode without getting good. That means that we're going to give ourselves the simplest loadout that we can. We're going to ignore as many of the mechanics of this game as we can. And we're basically going to set ourselves up so that we can defend against every attack that they could give us. And we're going to hit things with our stick until they fall down. We've got to make a couple of changes here. This is the first chapter where all three characters will get a three-person team eventually. So we're going to go ahead and go into our materia. Again, Cloud. We're just using the weapons with the highest physical attack stat. So for Cloud, that's the Hard Edge. For Tifa, that's the Metal Knuckles. For Barret, who will be joining us shortly, we're going to go with the EKG Cannon. I think there's a few that have a little higher attack, but this one's just better all around. So that's a slight exception to that. As for materia, we make it very simple. Everybody gets 2 HP ups and 2 MP ups. You see those right there. They get whatever summon is there's only 4 summons, so I just kind of randomly assigned them, except Cloud gets Bahamut because of the additional stats you get for equipping it. Everybody gets 1 offensive materia attached to elemental on their weapon if they can. That weapon is that offensive materia is going to be determined by the majority of enemies that are in the chapter. In this case, most of them will be weak to lightning, including the boss. So all of our attacks will have added damage because they're weak to that element. And then everybody gets healing and revive and first strike if we have it. So that's Cloud's setup. Tifa and Barret, we've had 2-person teams. We are now able to have two separate attackers and a healer. So we're going to move the elemental down to Barret here as soon as I remember how to do that. We're going to switch his to lightning as well, which it already is, so that's fine. Tifa will remain our healer, so she gets the magnify on the healing. That means any healing or regen that's done will affect your whole party with only 1 cast. I'm going to move the first strike down to Barret as well, just because he'll be doing the attacking, or as much attacking as Cloud will. And that leaves us with open slots, 2 for Tifa and 1 for Barret. Now, because we're going to stay bad, you are welcome to equip this with anything that you feel will make it better. I am going to leave it empty, and we'll just see how we do. Should be the same that way. So everybody's got lightning, except I didn't put hers on yet, so let's do it. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to leave those slots empty and see how it goes. The most important thing, of course, is Cloud's Gotterdammerung accessory. If you do not know how to get that, you do it from beating the Bahamut, the Top Secrets Challenge. That's the one with Bahamut and Pride and Joy. That's the first video in this series. So check that out. You can do it with a pretty basic loadout and a basic strategy as well. So without further ado, let's get started here. Again, we're in Chapter 5. You start on the train. And we'll just talk to Tifa. This is live commentary, so I'm doing it as I play. I'll probably just, I don't have a whole lot of things to add to this, so I'll skip as much cutscenes and dialogue as I can. And I'll check out, and I'll come back when we start fighting.
Hey, would you?
Why is that?
Barrett's always on.
He'll be fine.
Maybe. Thanks.
So, do you still support those terrorists? Avalanche is a...
Emergency ID scan in progress.
No way!
What in the...
Emergency ID scan in progress. Unauthorized IDs detected. Threat level
Okay, so this is our first battle in the chapter. These are against slug rays. They are mechanical, so they'll be weak against lightning. Because we have that accessory, we can start every battle with our limit break, which kills almost all of them. And as you can see, following it up with the triple slash does an awful lot of damage as well. And so that pretty much ends it. We're trying to get out of here now.
No more playing nice. Any last words?
That's gotta be him. Hey, thanks for putting a jump in the training.
No biggie. You're pretty light, you know.
You always know what to say.
It's them! We have a visual on the targets, requesting immediate assistance!
You're as good as dead.
I got this. It's on you.
Hang back.
That's a win.
So we're just going to kind of keep fighting linearly down here. There's a few battles as you go. It's kind of like a maze, but again, if you're playing hard mode, you've already been through this once. You can always pull up your map and kind of see little hidden areas if you need to get some MP. There's chests and stuff which we don't really need. You can't use items in hard mode, so picking up items doesn't really do you any good anyway. But really, if you follow the blue lights, like there's one here, you'll know you're going in the right direction. We're meeting Barret right over there, so he'll be added to our party in a second as well. The other big thing with hard mode is that the benches will only heal your health and not your MP, not your magic. So that's just something to keep in mind. Not a real big deal when you have an accessory that allows you to start every battle with your limit break. It severely shortens the battles, which also limits your need to heal, which is your primary use of MP. So that's kind of where we're at on that. Again, we're just going to keep fighting our way through here. You can always start your battle with your limit break, and that helps. And then I always follow it up with a triple slash if I can. That works really well against multiple enemies, not as well against one. But in hard mode, I feel like it actually works every bit as well against a single enemy as it does against multiple ones. So it is easy to get turned around in here. Again, if you follow your NPCs, for starters, follow Barret and Tifa, they'll usually point you in the right direction. Or you can always follow the blue lines or follow the dog. There's a lot of different ways. Or you can just walk the wrong way until you realize it, which will probably happen to me a couple of times in the next 3 chapters. It is easy to get turned around, especially when you use your limit break. The camera tends to go 180 while that's happening. So I'm just going to kind of fight my way down through here. There really isn't much difference in any of this until the boss. So I'll kind of cut out and I'll come back to you when that's relevant. We will be using a healing bench to get our health back, so, you know, but we certainly aren't going to be anywhere near out of MP by the time we get down there. Basically, we'll just keep walking our way down. I did want to throw out a quick shout out. This is now my 6th video in this series and my 6th video all time of making YouTube. I've got about a dozen subscribers at this point, and I want to thank each and every one of you for helping me with my channel. I know a lot of you are family and friends. Some of you I do not know. It doesn't show, if your subscriptions aren't public, then I don't know who you are, but I really appreciate you stopping in and helping out. I know I'm not the greatest YouTuber at the moment, but I'm also not the most experienced either. So, you know, bear with me. Hopefully the content will get better and the commentary will get better. I'm going to learn how to do graphics eventually on this editing software. I only just now learned how to do voiceover like about a week ago. So if you hang with me, you know, my skills will learn and improve. And you can always leave me comments or reach out to me and let me know what I could do better. And I'm happy to, you know, do those things. So again, thank you to everyone. And hopefully this will become successful. I'm looking forward to doing my first speed run on here. I got a couple of, on other accounts, I have a couple of fastest to platinum games where I'm faster than anyone else, and I would really like to show you how to do that and encourage you to do the same thing. So I'll be coming out with a series of those here as soon as I find a good game to do it with. Those are just a little bit harder because they're kind of competitive. Like here, if I mess up, I just go back and redo the commentary and the chapter and stuff. But if you mess up a attempt at a record, you have to redo the whole record. So give me a little time and, you know, a little practice, a little bit of learning how to talk while I'm moving my controller, and we'll set our sights on top time at some point. So again, stick with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone that's helping me out. I hope you're enjoying it. And like I said, I thank you again. So I'm going to go ahead and check out here for a little bit, probably all the way until the boss. So just, you know, watch yourself through, and we'll see you in a little bit.
This won't take long. You're good at this.
Told you so. What's that?
Nothing good.
Guys, I think it might
us around. Stay down, asshole. Hit fire. Check out this shit right here.
Okay, so as you see, I actually got killed a little bit by this Queen Gashtrike. She is kind of like a mini boss, so I guess that's fair. And I put almost no effort into fighting that battle, so that would make sense that I would probably get killed. But as you saw, kind of the battle went out long enough for you to see just general strategies for all characters. Tifa, just punch until you can use Star Shower. Barret, use your triangle whenever it's available. Does a lot of damage. Wait till you get 2 full bars and use Maximum Fury. You can use Maximum Fury with less than 2, but you get a 15% damage boost if you wait until it's full. So it pays you to do that. And then Cloud, use the Limit Break, followed up with Triple Slash. If you got a real big, slow enemy that's not moving, you can throw Braver on. If you have an even bigger, slower enemy, use Infinity's End. And that's pretty much it for the mobs when the battles get a little bit harder. So, again, a lot of other things you can do. We can cast, we could cast magic. Gosh, we could try to block an attack every once in a while. There's parry. We could use our things that increase our ATB bars. There's just a lot of cool mechanics in this game. We're not trying to get good though, so we're going to continue to stay bad and just hit things with our stick, and that's going to be that. So that's the strategy. It's not the prettiest, but it does work. Also, a reminder that the little Shinra boxes can be smashed for MP if you need it. Each shard will recharge 10% of your MP. I don't use them at all because there's almost no chapters where MP is a problem when you have this loadout. The locations of the MP shards are the same. They are not random. The other prizes in the boxes are random, but those are not. So if you find a box with an MP shard in it, it'll be there the next time you play. So just a heads up on that. Anyway, I think I've rattled enough here. I'm going to let you watch some video or watch some cutscenes and watch me skip some dialogue, and then we'll see you at the boss.
Gotta love the irony of Shinra's smarmy lapdog leading the way to its master's destruction.
You really don't like Stamp, do you, Barret?
It's not that I hate it. I hate the fact that Shinra took a loyal animal like that and co-opted it for their own self-serving agenda.
Poor old Stamp. Think you're making progress, and then you hit a wall.
Knock it down.
You're starting to sound like Barret.
Never mind.
It's a good plan. Hey, hold up. This way.
Security is a lot tighter than
If they want to stand between us and the rail yard, bastards aren't going to get away this time!
I'll end this. Deal with that.
Yeah, I'll do it. That thunder I hear?
Come on.
I'm counting on you.
Okay, so the next battle is going to be the boss. When you get in this room where you're kicking over all those tables and everything, fighting those couple of folks, if you want to come back here and go right, there is a bench in here. We didn't really need to use this. I think our lowest health was like 8,600 or something, but I figured I'd show you where it was. I don't know, in case you had a little less luck than I did. Again, I'm not super good at this or really any game, to be frank, but so, you know, I could do even worse job than this. Definitely need that health, so that's where we're at. And now we're going to come down here, and our friendly Chapter 5 boss is sitting in the corner right there. Just come over here and look at this dog, and you will start to fight him. And since we're already here, I'm just going to leave the microphone on and talk the way through this loading screen, and then we're going to kill this guy. Just like anything else, if you hit the appendages on a boss like this and cripple them, it will weaken them. If you also look, when you hit their appendages, it does damage to the main boss at, I think, pretty much the same rate. So it's definitely good to do that, because, see, then he gets knocked down, and you can use whatever you want. I don't think it's going to take long enough, so we're just going to use what we can and just hit him straight off here. He's, again, weak against lightning, and everybody's got lightning equipped. Tifa does not have it attached to an elemental, so the damage boost doesn't work for her, but she does a lot of damage anyway, so we're just sort of firing away at the legs. And Cloud's going here, and you can see we're doing just a great job here. I'm going to switch over to Tifa since it is a boss battle. One thing we always want to do is get regen on our characters as soon as possible. They tend to do a lot of damage in hard mode no matter what boss it is. And one quick cast of regen on everyone will help tremendously throughout the battle. Even though he hasn't really done any damage to us yet, he'll start. So we might as well start too. And we're just cycling through our characters using my favorite triple slash. And Barret using overcharge. We haven't also locked on. You can do that with L3 when you're selecting a ability. Again, we're not doing any of that. We're just going to our standard. And let's go ahead and see if we can cripple this leg. And that should get him into the second phase. The second phase is pretty much the same as the first, except now there's a couple of slug rays, and it would behoove us to kill them. So we'll go ahead and I'll see, you know, something real quick like that, like a standard overcharge will usually take them out. So Maximum Fury is great for these types of things. I'm going to pick the one that is away. And Tifa, you know, we're going to use some thunder spells at this point. She's got a couple. This is the last battle, and you always get your... well, let's go left here. Why not? You always get your MP back at the end of a chapter, so you might as well just use it when you have to. Checking our health, it looks like we're good. So let's throw another Thundara here. And Cloud's got actually a lot of things he can do, so we're going to give Cross Slash real quick. And we're going to go ahead and do Infinity's End, which will only take about one more attack to charge the thing. And why not? We've got Overcharge for Barret, and that fills him up. And that's when you use, guess what? Maximum Fury. That's it. Like I said, these are not probably not the most effective way to kill this guy, but I always like to say what I lack in talent, I make up for in persistence, and we're showcasing that at the moment. It's we just hit the legs, and it does a little bit of damage every time. We just staggered them, so that's the time to unleash whatever you got. which is going to be pretty much nothing for these guys since none of them have ATV. And as it happens, they kind of have this habit when they get staggered of running into their next phase and wasting the entire stagger. Just a thing of the game. That probably happened at least 10 times when I was doing my first hard mode playthrough. So we're also going to get a summon here pretty quick. You see that summon bar in the corner just going nuts. Wouldn't be the worst thing to go ahead and use it. I probably won't because, you know, I'm dumb. Also, I noticed the orange bar over there below his yellow bar. That's the stagger bar. It is almost full, and we can probably just stagger him and be done with it. That's exactly what I'm going to try and do here. Yeah. So there we go. So Tifa's going to go Star Shower on the weak spot. And Cloud's going to get over to the weak spot and use Infinity's End. And Barret's going to go Maximum Fury. I have no idea what he's going to hit because he's in this weird location, but it's okay. The stagger's already over. We're doing all right. I'm even going to use the Thunder. Why not? As you see, I've not cured anybody yet, and after that whole battle, only Tifa's down to like 5,600. That is the power of regen. We were able to just kind of forget about healing for a while. I don't know that that's going to stay that way. We'll find out. It's a pretty quick... can't seem to get to the pilot, so... When the floor lights up, you definitely want to move away from the tracks if you can get there quick enough. Barret is unbelievably, incredibly slow, though, so I probably chose the wrong character for that. But you see, he's almost toast at this point, so I'm not even going to bother. We're going to throw maybe like another Thunder at him. I don't know. Seems reasonable. Let's see, 36. Yeah, we should be fine. All right, and he's down. So that's it for the Crab Warden. We're going to walk through a little bit longer, and that should be the end of the chapter. We're at about 30 minutes again, so sorry it took so long, but I guess that's how long it takes to run through these. I suppose I could have saved 3 or 4 minutes at the front and told you the loadout as we were walking. But, you know, those are the things that I'm learning. So thanks again for watching the channel. I appreciate it. And we'll come back to you shortly with Chapter 6 as we get through this cutscene. In the meantime, stay bad, people. Non-gone is gone.
So, you bump into any giant robots like that in Reactor 1?
Yeah, except the bastard looked like a scorpion. Speaking of which, what would you say that last one looked like?
Huh? Well...
Lo and behold. All aboard.